Final day of my 11-day challenge to get out in nature and share some angel messages and see what comes through. And on this final day, I have to do it a lot earlier than normal. Plus, we have some overcast, so it's quite dark, isn't it? But it's still really beautiful. I'm under, like I said, this magical tree with all this just really elemental type energy that I feel under here. And you can still see just the beauty with a little bit of the light coming through. The sun is going to be rising behind me, so it's gonna stay kind of dark. We'll see if you'll be able to see the angel cards. Good morning, Heidi. Good morning, Sparkle and Grick. Yes, it's so dark, right? And then we have daylight savings on Saturday, so it'll be so different at this time next week. But this is my final day. Thank you, Sparkle and Grit. I feel like it looks magical too. This is the only time I could go live unless I went much later today, and I thought, why not? Let's just mix it up a little. Tomorrow I start my 30-day Journal with Me and Your Angels challenge. So thank you, Heidi. Hey, April, thanks for being here. Yes, I'm super excited. Good morning, Anna. Well, Anna, I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to still go live. It's going to be earlier in the day, and it's going to be a journal with me and your angels. And I will do angel messages at the end. So that's going to be a 30-day challenge I'm doing with myself that starts tomorrow for the new moon. So thank you, Heidi. Yeah, so what I thought was, with it being new moon energy tomorrow, it was the perfect day to start it. But it's going to be evergreen, where if you ever want to come back and like do 30 days of journaling in a row, we can do that. But also you can join at any time too. But if you are wanting to join me for that, then I would definitely, designate a journal if you haven't already, because we want everything to go in one place. We have that new moon energy tomorrow that's kicking off the challenge. And then, like I said, I'll do angel messages at the end that I'll show you the way that I literally journal every morning. And for those of you who have asked for my prayer protection, that is on my to-do list. Got a lot of things to do, but I'm probably going to create some kind of PDF to make it easier for you to keep, maybe even print out and put in your journal or something. So I'm working on that for sure. But remember that you can always customize it to what feels right for you. April says, it's already bright in Florida, so I'm loving the dusky vibes. Beautiful Florida sun, right, April? Yeah, so I figure it's going to get a little lighter while we're talking here for a minute. So by the time I show the angel cards, see, I can already see a difference. You should be able to see the angel cards. But I did want to share that with you. I'm super excited to try this journal with me, and we'll see what works and what helps everybody. Good morning, Paul. Yes, happy Halloween to everybody. Paul's in Pennsylvania. So yeah, and actually, now that you say that, Paul, it's like starting off with a darker look. It's like, ooh, mystical. But yeah, yesterday on my 5 ways your passed away loved ones connect with you, it was so fun to hear everybody's validation of similar ways they communicate with their loved ones. And I had even more signs come through after that. So it's just acknowledging that our passed away loved ones are really here with us is so helpful. And so if you missed that, go check it out. But also keep an eye open for the signs that your loved ones are with you today, tomorrow, over the next few days, especially in this powerful Scorpio season. And if you didn't get my free new moon spread, if you didn't download that yet, please do. It's in the link below yesterday's video about 5 ways your passed away loved ones connect with you. But I'll see if I can remember to put it in this one, since I'm mentioning it too. Yes. Oh, thank you, April. Heidi said, yes, yesterday's live was about passed away loved ones. It was amazing. Oh, thank you. I'm so grateful. And, it's just amazing the way everybody else has similar understanding of it. And sometimes it's just talking to each other about it that makes you remember all the ways that you have gotten signs from your passed away loved ones. And of course, there's so many ways to do it. Yes, my cat asked to come out on our screen porch, and now I'm wondering if he's going to ask to go back in. So I may have to go let him in. So anyways, I'm going to go let him in for a minute, but I thought having this kind of dark back, scene was cool, and we can see it brightening up. So I will be sharing these angel cards with you. Let me just let him in unless, well, is he? Okay. Do you want to go inside, buddy? Do you want to go inside? Isn't that funny? On my last nature walk for this challenge, I'll probably be doing more pop-up ones, but I wanted to do it 11 days in a row, and he actually doesn't want to go in. He wants to come outside of the screen porch, which he's not allowed. Oh, that's right. It is linked. Yes, the new moon spread and I think the full moon spread. Yeah, they're both linked in my story, and I'm working on. On my Instagram at devin.doer. And I'm gonna try to get a place on my website to make it easy to find those. It's just all in good time, just like with the whatchamacallit, the prayer protection that we're gonna do. I just realized my live stream settings are on, so I'm gonna turn that on really quickly before I get a phone call. All right, there we go. So yeah, I think, good morning, P-Bone Cutter. We're starting earlier today. Hi, Frida. Happy Diwali to everyone celebrating. Love it. Thank you, Frida. Did I say that right? So, yeah, now it's getting brighter. We're going to be able to see these angel cards just fine. This is fun. But tomorrow morning, I'll have a different setup where we can sit down and journal together. And I'm just going to do it the way I do it every morning. And you can see the way I connect with my angels. I'll pull angel cards at the end that you can write in your journal. And then over the 30 days, you can see, you'll be able to connect a theme for yourself. And with it starting on a new moon, I feel like it would be wonderful for you to have that free new moon spread to start off. So if you would like to join me there, you can. If not, it'll be recorded and you can join me anytime you want. You've got some rain this morning. Lovely. We don't have any today, but we did have some the other day. We need some more. Of course, I don't want to mess up the kids' Halloween either. Yes, isn't it amazing how fast the light comes, Sparkle and Grit? Paul's asking, Devin, is it true what they say when a spider is in your house, it is a loved one is visiting you? I haven't heard that one, but if you think of a loved one when you see a spider, I would definitely encourage you. I had an interesting dream about a spider last night. It wasn't scary. It was like one of those cute little jumping spiders, but it was weird because in the dream I woke up and, I was in the dream, but in my dream I was waking up and I was like, where am I? And there was this little spider crawling across the wall behind the bed. And I was kind of thinking to myself, I hope it doesn't crawl on me. But I wasn't like scared. It was just such an odd dream. So since you brought up spiders, I guess I need to go put that in my journal, Paul. That's definitely something I need to do, is put that in my journal. And for me, I always think of spiders, they have the 8 eyes. So they are representative of, psychic abilities and being able to see things that others can't see and see things from all perspectives. Heidi has an inch of snow in Colorado Springs. Wow. Yeah, I like snow for like one day or to visit it. I definitely was meant to be here in Texas where it stays warm. The snowmageddon we had in 2021 was not fun. Anna says, I can finally use your journal. This will be a great challenge. Oh, yay, Anna. Yes, that is what I'm going to be doing. I have a custom template in there for routine records. So I'm actually going to be setting up my November routine record tomorrow. And I'm going to be setting up, so in that journal, the calendar is evergreen, right? So you don't have to start on a certain date. So I'll be going through, I usually go put in like the new moon and the full moon on there, or any big astrology aspects that are coming up, things like that. And I don't use that calendar for my work schedule because that all needs to be electronic, but I use it to track other energies. And that's a big thing a lot of people say is that, oh, well, but I use my electronic calendar, so I'm not going to use it. And I say, but that's not what we're tracking. We're tracking the energy, right? We're tracking the cycles of the moon. We're tracking Mars in Cancer. We're tracking different things that are happening in our lives between the new moon and the full moon, right? Or if you had a huge epiphany, you're marking that date on there and you're looking to see like what other signs was I getting. And we were talking yesterday about communication with passed away loved ones. You would write in there like, I heard from my mom in heaven the other night, and then you would go look and see like what else was going on in the calendar energetically. So it's a place to do that, and so we'll be going over all that, and it's going to be, I'm calling it Journal with Me and Your Angels. And so it's going to be similar to if you've ever seen those like Study With Me videos, where basically, everyone's just together, hanging out, journaling, and it'll be built in time, but I will offer the angel messages at the end there. Oh, you saw it. They talked about it on the local news. Yeah, taking advantage of the Halloween vibes, right? All right, well, let's get started with our angel messages now that it's nice and bright. So the first card I pulled for today is the Star card. Oh, you know what? We didn't do a pocket affirmation, so let's do that right now. Right, I am the star of my life. I am the star of my life, right? Let's do that. I think that is really important to remember, that you are the star of the show. So if you want to write that in the comments below this video, write, I am the star of my life. So that's a good way to start this day when we have the Star card, right? So this is, again, the Radley Valentine Angel Tarot deck that I love so much. And this card says that it's also representative Archangel Jophiel, which is an angel I work with almost daily, pretty much daily. And it says, happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans on the right path. Well, isn't that perfect for kicking off a new moon tomorrow? And even if you're watching this video a month from now, starting a 30-day challenge, because this challenge will be evergreen, so that you can do it whenever you want. Anytime you want just a reason to sit down and journal. I love that you wrote that. Thank you, everybody. And Ash is chiming in too, my cat Ash. He wants to come out here with me, but he's not doing that. He's an indoor kitty. All right, so the second card we got for today was really interesting. Four of Water. This says, missing an opportunity, disappointment, or boredom, open your eyes to the possibility. So this would also be the Four of Cups in the tarot deck, the traditional one. And what you see here is that this mermaid is only focused on these three cups. She's ignoring this cup right here, right, which is beautiful and golden. And a lot of times this is representative of maybe you were too hasty to say no to something because you were so focused on those three cups that are kind of dim. Or it means you're just not even realizing there's an opportunity there. And then, of course, the word boredom there is always a key one, I notice. So this could be where you're just really stuck in mundane daily life things, getting the kids to school, doing the laundry, getting work done for the boss, doing, all the things that are your daily grind, and you're not realizing there's this opportunity right here, right? It's usually considered like a love offer that you're not giving a chance. So maybe somebody invited you to do something and you said no too quickly because you said, I'm too busy. Well, reconsider that. What does your heart say? Does your heart want to do it? If you had all the time in the world, would you say yes? So think about what that represents for you right there, but definitely remembering that the angels and your spiritual team will bring this opportunity to you if you will turn and look at it. Look for that opportunity. You have to actually turn around and go for it. Paul says, Devin, in the afterlife, do we become angels? Blondie says, I am the star of my life. Thank you. Paul, my understanding of the way it works is angels are... they are a different type of spiritual being. And so there are legends of a few different humans who became so enlightened that they became an angel. One of them is Archangel Metatron. But also they're a different vibration in light being. So we do, we can become like spirit guides. And I was a spirit guide in 2 lives, in between lives, where I was a guide to someone else. And so you could do that, or you can help loved ones, which would be very much like an angel, right? I mean, if you have that highest intention. But my understanding and everything that I've read, that I've experienced, and when I've asked, my own spiritual team, is that their vibration is different. They have a different mission. And in a lot of ways, they can incarnate as human briefly, but their vibration is so high and unique that it's usually very momentary that they incarnate as a human. And also they may just work through a human, like they may make sure the right person is in the right place at the right time to help out somebody, right? So there's a lot of ways to look at it, but that's been my experience. Okay, and the final card we have for today is balance. And this says Archangel Zadkiel. The need to balance and for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. So see if anything specifically stands out for you with this card, but the wait for perfect timing is what's standing out for me, right? We want to wait for the right time to take action. So this makes me think of this second card we had where this mermaid is so focused on all these 3 things, and they're missing this opportunity. But you can begin to focus on something new, but you may not take action for a while. So if you're wanting to start your own business, if you're wanting to try a new creative project, or you're wanting to plan a trip, you can go look for that opportunity, but then wait for the right time to actually do it. And like I said, with this really powerful new moon we have tomorrow, it would be a great time to set intentions around this cup, right? And then when you bring in, can you hear the birds chirping in the background? When you bring in this balance card, it might be that some of these cups aren't really serving you anymore, right? You're bored with them. They're too tedious, whatever. And if you go ahead and take those and stop looking at those and look for the new opportunity, there comes the excitement. That bird is really chirping loud. So I feel like that's a yes. So again, the very first card we had here was this star card. And that's why we have that affirmation, I am the star of my life. And remember that, you are in charge of your life. You do have this opportunity to take charge. So if there are a bunch of cups you're focused on that you're just not happy with, been there, done that, I'm bored, or it's just not working out the way I want, go look for this 4th cup that Spirit is offering you, okay? And then remember to always bring that balance in. We did get a lot of guidance yesterday around that a little bit, and also around the idea that we really need to look at our calendar and see, is there something we could take off our calendar or take off our project list or to-dos so we have more quiet time alone this weekend and more time to rest? That was a big message. So think about what you have coming up over the next few days. Can you slow down? Can you take a vacation or staycation? And then, like I said, with this new moon tomorrow, even if it's just an extra hour, that's just for you in the morning, either getting up a little early or just clearing off something off your schedule tomorrow so you can do some extra journaling, meditation, go out in nature and go for a walk. All of these things are going to be really valuable. And see, now it's nice and beautiful. That was fun to watch it go from dark to light with all of you. Since it is a cloudy day, we couldn't actually see the sunlight come through, but thank you, Heidi. I'm glad that you've enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed this too. And like I said yesterday, when I announced that tomorrow's my last day, I felt like sadness in my heart and chest. And I was like, well, then let's keep it going. Let's do something else. Let's try something else. And I am so passionate about teaching others how to connect with their angels, their spiritual team, their passed away loved ones, and teaching you how to create your book of evidence, that this would be a great way to do it. Let's just do it together. And that way, it's live interaction, and you'll get an angel message at the end so that you have something to write in your journal. That's a big thing I see, is people are like, I don't know what to write about, or I don't feel like writing about something. And we're just gonna work through that, and we'll have some journal prompts, and we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a fun experiment, because I will be going live a lot earlier than I normally do. So I will literally be waking up with you guys, getting my coffee, and going live. And so it'll be interesting to see. But that's what I do every morning. So might as well make it authentic. And there was something else I was going to say about that, but I forgot. Yeah. So we'll talk about all this as we go through. And, it's going to be a little bit of seeing what works, but like I said, I want it to be like holding space for you to sit and journal. So it's going to be more like a study with me type thing, but it's that built-in time together. And of course, on the weekends, I'll be sleeping in a little bit. I'm not going to be going live at 6 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. I think I'm probably going to be aiming for like 6:30 a.m. Central to go live for these. Ooh, it's 7:44 my time. Because that's 7:30 Eastern. And I know for those of you in Pacific time, you won't be awake yet at 4:30, but you can always watch the recording, because that gives me a chance to, get my coffee, get settled, get the camera turned on, all those things, but still have time to journal with you before I start driving kids to school. So it'll be fun to see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it. So just remember, with today's energy, to look to see where you can bring more balance. Hola, Casey. Hi, Frida 1444. I love it. I was just getting ready to wrap up, though, and say that remember, as you move through your day today, that you are the star of your life, okay? So if there's anything that is just no fun anymore, it's boring, it's something your heart's not in anymore, we can begin to shift that, all right? I mean, it doesn't mean we're going out and quitting our job. It doesn't mean we're immediately ending a relationship. It means we're looking to see, where have I had a missed opportunity in my life that I could start focusing there and get excited again, and then bring balance into my life by letting go of the things that no longer serve me. So don't forget to grab that new moon spread. It's free. I'll link it below this video as soon as I sign off, but it's also on my 5 ways your passed away loved ones connect with you video I did yesterday. And let's use that to start off this 30-day journaling challenge I'm doing tomorrow. And by the way, it's going to be a 30-day journaling challenge for me. If you miss a day, you can still join in. It's not going to be like, oh, you missed yesterday, so the challenge is over. It's going to be, I'm doing this for 30 days, and anytime you want to join, you're welcome, because there will be angel messages for you, and I love holding space for us all to journal together and see you all there. All right, well, everybody, you have a beautiful, wonderful day. I can feel the elemental energy here. And remember, take time every day to connect with the angels.